Day to Lead dispels common myth about modern day workplace culture and shows you that true leadership requires nothing more than vulnerability, values, trust, and resilience. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Avid Wisdom. This is the summary of the book called Day to Lead by Brené Brown. Before we continue, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you never miss an update. Like our Facebook page, link is in the description below. Hit the like button if you like this video. Watch this video till the end to have a great insight from this book. What's the most important leadership role you have ever had? Was it something small like being the captain of your high school football team, or something big like overseeing a business unit of dozens or maybe hundreds of employees? Whichever it may be, there is a high chance you fell into one of the many leadership traps laid out in modern culture. Maybe you thought you had to look strong and didn't admit a failure. Maybe you failed to tell the truth because you didn't want to hurt someone's feeling. These things often happen, especially in the office, because that's how leadership is portrayed in society. Often, however, we later find out it's the exact opposite behavior that would have yielded the best results. Here are 3 lessons that will help you be a courageous, exemplary leader. Lesson 1. You can never be courageous without being vulnerable. Brené has spoken with thousands of leaders through her work as a researcher. Even the toughest among them eventually admit that indeed acts of courage were always accompanied by feeling of vulnerability. Let's first define vulnerability as the universal emotion that we feel when times are risky and uncertain, or we are at the mercy of other people's action. Given the definition, I dare you to think of a time when you did something that requires courage that didn't also require you to be vulnerable. It's impossible, right? That's true. Whenever we choose courage, we also choose vulnerability, because that's precisely what courage is about: acting in spite of fear, uncertainty, and potential danger. That's why Brené is so adamant that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, it's actually a sign of strength. Lesson 2. Focus on 2 core values to ensure any adversity. One factor Brené determines as incredibly beneficial to good leadership is having clarity about your values. Values are the human ideals we consider as most important in our lives. Some examples of values are courage, freedom, justice, kindness, discipline, family, and honesty. People who know what their values are have an easier time dealing with adversity. They can let their values guide them. They are something to hold on in the dark and difficult times. They allow you to be resilient and do what's necessary. But while making a list of your values is a simple task, Brené adds a caveat in their effectiveness. If you really want your values to guide you well, focus on only 2 of them. Prioritizing 2 values above all others gives you a specific ideal to turn to when the going gets tough. It's easy to compile 15 great values, but when you tell yourself all of them matters, you will end up prioritizing none of them. Picking 2 values is a lot harder, but it will pay off. I think mine would be honesty and self-control. Lesson 3. To create trust in all your relationships, remember the acronym BRAVING. We all consider ourselves trustworthy people, yet we only confined in a small, carefully crafted selection of others. I guess the numbers don't add up. It's like we can't all be above average drivers. Someone has to lower the standard. I think when it comes to trust, that someone is all of us. The author has compiled the list of 7 behaviors that can help us cultivate more trust in our relationship with others. Boundary setting, clarifying and respecting each other's limits is crucial to collaborative relationship. Reliability. If you can't rely on others to keep your words, what good is it? Accountability. Making mistakes is normal, swiping them under the rug isn't. Vault closing. Trust is a safeguard for information. If you don't break my confidentiality, I won't break yours. Integrity. Whatever your two core values are, never compromise them. Non-judgment. When you replace your judgment with curiosity, you turn isolation into connection. Generosity. Leave lot of room in your interpretation and expectations. This way others will always turn to you. An easy acronym you can remember these behaviors by starts with the first letter of each word. Braving. Whenever you are in a difficult situation that requires communication to solve, you can dig deep into the behaviors and find the one that will help to get things back on track. Let me conclude this video by saying leadership doesn't always come with the title or position. Leadership is always about taking responsibility. A leader is someone who not only sees hidden potential in people and things but also takes the responsibility of developing that potential. Most business books have a short statement somewhere near the front of the book where the author tells us what he or she wants the book to accomplish. I couldn't find one in Dare to Lead. Dare to Lead is more like a connection of things that a coherent book laying out a coherent system of thoughts. It's two books in one. I found many good things in this book. I think you will find it too. There are some good ideas that you can use and tactics that you can master. Hope you like this video. Hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you never miss an update. Please comment down below and let me know if you like this video and if you have any suggestion for our channel. See you till the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.